My name is Faith Rakestraw. I studied an associate in applied science for nursing. So I'm a registered nurse. I work at UAB Hospital in the cardiac surgery unit. I take care of pre and post-operative open heart surgery patients.
My name is Shelton Wilson, and I studied respiratory therapy here at Shelton State. I help people breathe, whether they're dealing with their asthma, people have COPD, cystic fibrosis, that's another illness that's connected to respiratory, and I just help them breathe, whether I'm giving them a breathing treatment or all the way up to put them on a mechanical ventilator, which is a breathing machine that helps those patients breathe.
My name is Tyler Elaine Yarbrough, and while I was at Shelton, I completed the associate's degree in applied science. And as of right now, starting this coming up Monday, actually, I'll be at Stanford University at the Cumberland School of Law.
One of my goals and my dad's goals was for me to graduate college without any student loan debt, and Shelton made that possible for me. I was provided a lot of opportunities for scholarships, but other than that, even the slack that I did have to pick up, it was easily able to pick up. I didn't have to take out any student loans, and the classes, just in comparison to some of my friends and other people I know, it was just astounding the way that you got the same class. It was just a lot of bang for your buck, really. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it, is that it was just so easy to get things done and not have to worry about taking out a second mortgage. My parents taking out a second mortgage on their house to pay for English 101 or math or something like that. And even when I got into my nursing degree, I still worked with other nurses that were prepared at four-year universities, and I paid half, if not less, than what they paid for their degree, and we do the same thing every day.
It was definitely friendly to my pockets. I have attended a four-year institution before, so I know the prices of that. And when I came here, it was definitely a fraction of the cost of that. So it was definitely affordable.
Going straight to the four-year for me would have been pretty expensive, and so being able to have that start here at Shelton was great. And not only for the scholarships, but also the books are pretty affordable, and even if not scholarship, I think it was maybe like $400 less per credit hour than going straight to the four-year university. And it's the same class, and so you really just couldn't go wrong.
I moved here because I just wanted to get out of my house and have the college feel. But other than that, other than having to pay to live here, it was convenient to come and go as I pleased. I didn't have to stay on campus, pay for meals, do things like that. It was convenient. Another thing that was convenient was the amount of classes that were offered and the time. I was able to pick my schedule, and also it was convenient that I never had to come on Fridays.
But Shelton State, it kind of helped me transition well from being in high school to college. I didn't have to travel miles and miles away, you know, for my classes and stuff like that. So I had, like I said, I had everything in one bubble, and it was very convenient for me.
I would consider myself pretty involved while I was here, and I have relationships and met people that provided me opportunities and helped me make decisions about my future. I still stay in touch with plenty of people and faculty and staff members here, and I couldn't say more about how they helped me. And I really think the reason I am where I am now is because of the people that work here that helped me get where I am.
You could tell that they know their information and that they know what they're talking about at a high level. And as I mentioned, they are very helpful to me. I don't think I had an instructor that didn't go out their way to help me succeed.
The administration, they're very accessible, and so it wasn't hard for me to be able to figure out whatever it is that I needed to. And they not only were able to help me here, but they were able to help me also when I transferred to the University of Alabama.
Prepared me well. You said there's nothing like hands-on experience, but that's exactly what I got here. I got hands-on experience. So when I transitioned into the workforce, I mean, I was already ready. The only thing that really changed was the title. I went from student to worker. So I already contained the skill set that I needed to transition.
I just think that the relationships I've made with the people, with of course the friends that I made that were my age, but like the faculty, I know one of my nursing instructors, she actually wrote a recommendation letter for me, and I just got accepted into the doctoral program at UAB to be a nurse practitioner. So she encouraged me, and then she even wrote the letter that helped me get in, and that made me feel even more empowered that she would think that I was appropriate candidate for that. And then of course, some of the people that I worked under as far as my scholarships, they wrote me recommendation letters and just helped me with things. So I think that's made all the difference.
Being a student leader and being involved in different student organizations here, it kind of, I would say, opened me up. I was more of a reserved person before I came here, but being here, I was exposed to many different people that come from different backgrounds. So I had to learn from them, and I made many friendships that I still have today from those people. I also learned how to serve. Being in student organizations, as you know, we serve the community. Different activities, whether it's the community soup bowl or going out to speak to different the youth, and just doing different reach out activities.
As far as, you know, necessarily, no, you're not in a dorm, but you are around people, and you can spend your time here, and you can spend your time being able to get to know people. You know, after class, maybe ask a student a question that maybe you missed in class or something like that. So, and you know, once you form those connections, and those connections turn into friendships. So there's still plenty of ways to get involved here, even if it's not necessarily what you would traditionally expect. One great opportunity that I had here was being a part of Phi Theta Kappa, which is the honor society here at Shelton State and other community colleges across the country. Being a part of Phi Theta Kappa was fantastic in that they had so much information about transferring to four-year schools, and they had a lot of information about scholarships that are specifically for you know, Phi Theta Kappa.
I would say that it's definitely a true college experience, and if they have that mindset, I think that they're missing out. In fact, I know that they're missing out on what could really help them be successful.
Your experience at Shelton is what you make it. If you come here and you decide to kind of hunker down and you don't really want to talk to your peers or your teachers or administration, then it's not going to be that fun. You're not really going to get a lot out of it. But if you come in here with the attitude of I'm going to make this the best that I can and talk to different people, then it's going to be great.